Today, we honor these hospitality superheroes.
Working in the hospitality industry requires great customer service and a terrific work ethic. But there are a few who go above and beyond, elevating them to hospitality superheroes. "35 years of experience in customer service could not have prepared Karen TALLON for what happened one night in July 2020. She had just asked the bellhop to help a guest who was checking in return to his car for his license. After departing with the guest in a wheelchair, the bellhop returned from the parking garage to alert Karen that the guest appeared to be in cardiac arrest. Karen arrived on the scene to help another guest administer CPR until the paramedics arrived. Karen's calm demeanor and quick thinking makes her a hospitality superhero. TEAH SLOANE provided an unforgettable experience to a visitor with autism to the Caribbean Cove at the St. Louis Zoo with her creative thinking. The young woman wheeled herself into the stingray exhibit, reluctant to remove her fingerless gloves and touch the stingrays, and was going to just watch. TEAH led her to a tank where she was able to help the young woman, who struggled with sensory issues, clean her hands and crawl out of her wheelchair to reach in the tank and touch a ray. She was thrilled, and it was all because TEAH talked her through it, making her feel comfortable and safe. For creating a memory of a lifetime, TEAH SLOANE is a hospitality superhero. The Tooth Fairy delivers thanks to Georgina Burns. Thanksgiving 2019, a family checked into the DRURY Plaza at the Arch. During their dinner at Calico's, the oldest daughter lost a tooth. Georgina, on duty that night, was able to help put together a gift from the Tooth Fairy. It even included the requisite $2. Instead of leaving when her shift was over, Georgina stayed on duty to call Claire early the next morning and let her know that the Tooth Fairy had left a special gift for her at the front desk. For being such a fairy of a person makes Georgina Burns a hospitality superhero. For doing the right thing, even when no one's watching, Johnny Gordon is a hospitality superhero. Laid off from his housekeeping job due to the economic effects of COVID-19, Johnny did not express any frustration toward his employers. Instead, he was seen providing rides to his fellow colleagues who were recalled to work and needed transportation. After a recent windstorm, Johnny was spotted clearing the parking lot from debris and limbs after strong winds, while he killed time waiting to give someone a ride home. For keeping the spirits of others lifted makes Johnny Gordon a hospitality superhero. This June, Miss Bradley checked into the Residence Inn after suffering a stroke just 2 weeks prior. Thank goodness LaTonia Potts, her guardian angel, was on duty. Miss Bradley was in a wheelchair and appeared to be frail at check-in. LaTonia was worried that the guest would need assistance and would not be able to stay alone. But the family did not stay and left an emergency contact number with LaTonia instead. As the night manager, LaTonia decided to check on Miss Bradley. The elderly guest was too weak to get into bed on her own. So LaTonia, the night manager and jack of all trades, made up a chase lounge with pillows and linens. She stayed and chatted with Miss Bradley until she was ready for sleep. Unfortunately, Miss Bradley suffered another stroke the next day and was taken to the hospital where she could get the additional medical care she needed. For caring for a guest like her own family, LATONIA Potts is a hospitality superhero. Julie BOZICH sets the bar when it comes to service. The Sheraton Westport is the go-to place for Southwest airline employees to stay because of Julie. She runs errands for them and makes sure they have the comforts they need, including cultural favorites during the holidays. During the pandemic, she took it a step further with Taco Tuesdays and other morale-boosting events that always included a hot meal. Back in the day, Rams players also received the royal treatment from Julie. More recently, they had their hotel fly Julie out to train the staff in LA to provide the same level of service that was expected. Way to go, Julie! For displaying true St. Louis service makes Julie BOZICH a hospitality superhero. Andrew RADTKE, director for the front of house for the Ritz-Carlton, has spent 15 years making dreams come true. But recently, he traded his suit jacket for a tire iron. At the conclusion of a huge 800-person event for a women's organization, Andrew noticed a woman leaving the parking garage. She was driving on a flat tire. He ran after her, flagged her down, and got her to stop. Then he rolled up his sleeves and changed her tire himself. Worried about her well-being, he asked her to call him when she made it home. For going above and beyond the call of duty makes Andrew RADTKE a hospitality superhero. Always ready to help, Jose RENTERAL is the hospitality superhero you hope is there when you need it most. Jose never says no. He has stepped up during the pandemic and always volunteered to help, whether it's maintenance, front of house person, housekeeping, helping with the pool, or serving drinks. He has even carried groceries, jumped car batteries, and cleaned every mess you can imagine without being asked and without hesitation. Jose has that wow factor that makes him a hospitality superhero. Nothing can prepare a person for what Michael BERGERDINE encountered, but his cool thinking and commitment to safety and well-being helped one guest survive an unforgettable night. On his night rounds, Michael found a man sprawled out on the ground, unresponsive with his belongings strewn around him. EMS was called. It was not a medical emergency. The man was grieving the loss of his son and had been drinking. His son had died at an area hospital that evening. In his grief, the guest was angry and did not want to live. Michael helped the man to his room, stayed just outside of his room, checked on him routinely until a friend arrived. His fellow employees believe that Michael's actions saved a life that night. Michael's good instincts and care for his fellow humankind makes him a very special hospitality superhero. Jesus Mendoza, a parking garage attendant at the Fox Theater, is known as the appetizer and dessert, as he greets guests as they arrive and wishes them safe travels as they depart. He has even been known to help guests cross Washington Avenue. One cold December night, an elderly couple discovered they had a flat tire as they left the theater. Jesus didn't wait a moment, getting the couple settled back in the warmth of the theater while he personally changed their tire. For always lending a helping hand when needed, Jesus Mendoza is a hospitality superhero. JOHNEIQUA Harris used sign language to save the day for visitors to the Gateway Arch. During COVID-19, guests were required to book their tickets in advance, but many people don't know this. Luckily for a hearing-impaired couple who didn't have a smartphone, JOHNEIQUA was outside greeting guests. She was able to communicate with them thanks to the sign language her grandmother had taught her, and use her smartphone to help them book their tickets. She even escorted the super grateful guests inside. Utilizing technology quickly makes JOHNEIQUA a hospitality superhero. Superheroes help those in need, and these 11 hospitality superheroes have saved lives in more ways than one. Thank you all for going above and beyond the call of duty.